Welcome, my dear student. Today we will discuss the cross product. Yes, my students, vector cross product. If A and B are any two vectors, if A and B are any two vectors, then cross product is defined as A cross B equal to mod of A mod of B sin theta into n cap. If there are two vectors, suppose it is a vector and it is a vector, it is A vector and it is B vector, then it is the theta. Then cross product is defined as A cross B equal to mod of B cos sin theta and n cap, where n is the unit vector perpendicular to both A and B. Okay, my students, where n is the unit vector perpendicular to both A and B. It is the unit vector. N cap is the unit vector which is perpendicular to both A and B, and it is called the cross product. So, in case, my dear students, in case of the cross product, if you use this identity, if you take the magnitude on both sides, then you get magnitude of A cross B equal to magnitude of A magnitude of B sin theta. If I take the magnitude of unit vector, then it will be the 1. That is why I have to write it as just magnitude of A cross B equal to magnitude of A magnitude of B sin theta. Okay, my students, using this identity you can find the cross product. Next, so I get the cross product is defined as A cross B equal to mod of B sin theta. If I take the magnitude, then it will be the cancel like this. But so look, my dear students, if theta equal to 0, if theta equal to 0, then there is no any angle between these two lines. In these cases, the vectors parallel, or it is called the collinear. Because theta equal to 0, if theta equal to 0, there is no any angle. That means two vectors are parallel. These two vectors are parallel. That means theta equal to almost 0 degree. In these cases, you can use the identity A cross B equal to almost 0. Because when you write the theta equal to 0 in these equations, then it becomes 0. That means A cross B equal to almost 0 degree. It means that in these cases A parallel to B, or A and B are collinear. So it is the necessary and the sufficient condition that the two vectors are collinear if A cross B equal to 0. That means you can check the two vectors are collinear or not. So using this identity A cross B equal to 0, if the A cross B equal to 0, then A is parallel to B or theta equal to 0. In these cases A and B are collinear. So my dear students, it is the very important or necessary conditions that the two vectors are collinear. A, B and B are collinear, then A cross B equal to almost 0. So using this identity, you can find or you can show that the two vectors are collinear or not. Next, my students, if I get that A cross B equal to mod of A mod of b and sine theta if I take the modulus. So if I cross I cross I, that means angle is almost 0 degree. So I cross I, that means same vector, that means their direction is same. So angle is almost 0 degree. In these cases, I get a theta 0. That means j cross j equal to almost 0 and k cross k also 0, because the angle is 0 degree. If the angle is 0 degree, then according to the formula, I get how much same to same numbers. When I take the cross product, then I will get how much 0. So my students, I cross I equal to 0, j cross j equal to 0, k cross k equal to 0. That means I get same to same numbers are already 0. But if they are not same, I cross j, then j cross k, k cross I, you have to use the identity like this: I, j, k. You have to write anti-clockwise direction like this. Anti-clockwise direction. You have to move anti-clockwise direction. If I cross j, then you have to write k. If j cross k, then you have to write I. Like this, you have to write that with I cross j. Always you have to measure clockwise directions. Always you have to measure the clockwise directions. If you go anti-clockwise directions, then you have to write a minus sign. So my students, look here, I cross j. If I write here I cross j, that is the clockwise direction, because I against j. I cross j, that means I get k. J cross k, I get I. K cross I, I get j vector. So my students, I get all the vectors are like this. I cross j, I get k. K cross I get j, like this. That means if you write like this, j cross I, then j cross I, so it is the anti-clockwise. In this cases, you have to write minus k. Okay, my students. So how can you write like this? You understand? That means if you go in clockwise directions, if you have to go in clockwise directions, that means you have to write the next numbers. But if you go anti-clockwise directions, then you have to write a minus sign. Okay? That means I cross j, you have to write k. K cross I, you have to write j. That means you have to go like this. Next term you have to write. But if you go anti-clockwise directions, then you have to write here minus sign. So I cross j, you have to write k, because I j, at first I j, so that it is the clockwise direction, you have to write at k. Suppose you write here k cross j, then k cross j, that means you go anti-clockwise directions, you have to write here minus I. Okay, my students. Next, how can you find the cross product of two vectors? Suppose the vectors are a vector equal to a1 I, a2 j, or a3 k are two vectors, and b vector is b1 I, b2 j, and b3 k are two vectors. A and B are unit two vectors, then A cross B is defined as I, j, k vector. Next coefficient A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. Okay, my students. Then if you write here like this, I, j, k, right? A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. You have to write like this. And it is called the cross product, and it is the determinant. If you want to find the cross product, then you have to write inside the determinant, and after that you have to expand this determinant, you can solve the questions. Okay, my students. So suppose any two questions are given in this form, then you have to write in this the determinant. In this determinant, and you can find the A cross B. Again, look, my students, if you want to find the cross product of any two vectors, then you have to use this determinant. I think you know how can you expand the determinant. Suppose if you want to find the expansion of this first, Then this line and this line cancel. This number you have to by cross multiplications. Again for this one, this line multiply. Again for this line and this line cancel. And remaining portions. That means you have to just express the determinant in previous lesson 4. So like this, you have to just express the determinant and you get the answer. And my students, if any questions, it is given that you have to find the perpendicular vector, both the vector A and B. Both the vector A and B, in these cases, you have to find the unit vector of the cross product. Unit vector of the cross product is always perpendicular to both the vectors. Okay? It is very important point is that if any questions, if you want to find the perpendicular vector of the both the vectors, then in these cases you can use this identity A cross B equal to this. After that you have to find the unit vectors. Cross product, unit vector of the cross product is always perpendicular to the vectors. जे क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट जो होते हैं यूनिट वेक्टर का जो क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट है, क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट का जो यूनिट वेक्टर है, ये हमेशा क्या है, वेक्टर के ऊपर परपेंडिकुलर होता है. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट you to find using this. Then you can find the cross product. Suppose if you want to find the express like this, this line cancel, the remaining portion, these two portion A2 B3 minus next A3 B2 next minus J, this line and this line cancel, so you have to multiply A1 B3 minus A3 B1, because for this line and this line cancel, so remaining part you have to cross multiply. Next J for K, this line and this line cancel, so remaining portion A1 B2 minus this part A2 B1, and that is the cross product. Okay, my students. Next, so how can you find the cross product and what is the benefit of cross product? If any questions you show that, if any questions it is given that you have to find the perpendicular vector, then you have to use this identity. Okay, that means perpendicular vector, then unit vector of the cross product is always perpendicular to the given vector. Okay, so you have to use this and you can express the identity. Next question is, if any questions it is given, suppose it is given 3 vertices of a triangle, then you have to find the area. So you have to write it like this: area of this triangle equal to half into magnitude of AB cross AC. Using this, you can find the area of this triangle. Okay, using this, half of magnitude of AB and AC. So how can you find the AB? If you want to find the position vector of AB, then B minus A, again AC, C minus A, and using this, you can find the area of the triangle. Okay, my students, if you want to find the area, then you can use this property, half of AB cross AC, no need to BC, just AB and AC. After that, you have to find the cross product. At first, you have to find the position vector of AB. After that, AC. After that, you have to find the cross product. After that, you have what? Magnitude, and give the area. Next, suppose it is a parallelogram. It is given a parallelogram A, B, C, D. Then an adjacent side is A and B. So area of parallelogram is given by magnitude of adjacent, cross product of adjacent side. At first you have to find the cross product of these two vectors, adjacent side. After that you have to take the magnitude and you get the area of this parallelogram. Okay, my students. So in case of the area of parallelogram, area of triangle, I think you understand. Okay. So using this, you can find so many questions. Thank you, my dear students, and I think you understand. So at first you have to know, again one time I said that if you want to find the perpendicular vectors, then unit vector of the cross product is always perpendicular to the given vectors. Okay, just you remember. That means you have to find the magnitude. Suppose the question is given. Suppose the question is given a vector is 2I plus j minus k, and second vector is given 3I minus j plus 2k. You have to find the perpendicular vector of A and B. In these cases, you have to find the cross product of A equals B. I, J, K. Next, 2, 1, minus 1. Just position it right here. Again 3, minus 1, 2. Like this. Now, you have to expand like this. This number cancel by cross multiplication. 2 and this number minus plus 1. That means you have to write a minus. Because this is the minus 1, so plus 1. And according to the formula, you have to write a minus. Next, minus j. For this line, these two line cancel, these two multiply. 4 minus plus 3. Next for k. If you want to find the k, then these two line multiply. Minus 2 minus 3. So I get I vector minus 7 j vector minus 5 k vector. Now this vector is denoted by C. Suppose this vector is denoted by C. Now you have to find the magnitude. Then according to the rules, 1 square minus 7 square minus 5 square. So 1 plus 49 plus 25, I get how much? 50, 75. Now if you want to find the magnitude perpendicular vector, then you have to find C cap. C cap is unit vector of this vector. Then according to formula, this is the unit vector, and this is the rules of unit vector, and this is the perpendicular to both the vector A and B. So C vector is how much? I vector minus 7 j vector 5 k vector upon magnitude how much? 75. And this is the unit vector, and this vector is perpendicular to both the vector A and B. So my students, I think you understand. So in these questions, just if you want to find the perpendicular vector, then you can use this identity.